Hey, this is Sam Black, and I just played a league with this Death Shadow Delirium deck, and I mostly felt like it was like playing Death Shadow with a handicap. I think that it's difficult to consistently turn on Traverse the Elvenwald, and Gnarlwood Dryad has a similar problem, and that takes away a lot of your fastest draws, and I really felt like having only 2 lands that tapped. I felt like having so many lands that didn't tap for red, Forest, Swamp, and Overgrown Tomb, made it sometimes difficult to have as much red mana as you want, especially with Grimlothomancer. I feel like Mountain instead of Forest would be a lot better for the main deck. I understand that the reason to go Forest Swamp is that it makes you a lot better against Blood Moon, but I think that when you have multiple basics in your deck and Manamorphose and a curve this low, you have to just ignore it. I think Mountain is enough better than Forest. So I think moving forward, especially Bedlam Reveler doesn't like having only 2 lands that tap for red and so many lands that don't. So I think the Forest needs to be a Mountain moving forward for this style, but I also just don't think it's possible to get Delirium consistently enough in a timely enough fashion. And I also think that the deck starts kind of exposing itself to graveyard hate a little too much. When Traverse is on, it's definitely really good. Having a 1-mana tutor that gets any part of what you're trying to do, land, Death Shadow, or Gorkland Rampager, is great, but the cost is really, really high. I'd say maybe fewer Traverse would work, but I think even then it's just adding some inconsistency when the Traverse doesn't work. The only reason I would really like that is because it would help a Gorkland Rampager package, and I'm impressed by Gorkland Rampager. But ultimately I don't think it's worth the trouble. So disappointing that the deck isn't anything special, but I think that it's valuable to have Resolution on, since it was played by some good players to some good results. I think it's very worth investigating, but at least from my experience, it hasn't felt like the stronger way to go. So I hope that's useful to you in your deck selection in the future, even if it is, to my mind, a bit of a failed experiment.